So we're here at the ID TechX show here with, who are you?
My name is Valérie Riffaut-Cangelosi and I'm New Market Development Manager at Epson Europe. And I'm here to show the latest Moverio product.
This is the third generation augmented reality glasses from Epson, right?
That's correct. And the real breakthrough is that we're going to introduce an OLED technology, an SI OLED technology, silicon-based.
Could you take it off?
Yes.
And let's try to see if you can turn around and maybe you can try to look through a little bit. So there is a system to reflect the OLED display from the side. It goes into that space there in front, so people can see a 720p display in there, right?
That's correct. We have two systems of projection of both sides that will just reflect through the lenses in the front one projected image that will be projected right in your field of view with very high contrast and super big color gamut, and the resolution, as you mentioned, is HD.
Nice. That's awesome. So it's running Android through the remote. So there's you have an Intel X5 CPU right here. Could you hold this one for a second? So right here is the specs. Yeah, right there also. So we have it's SI OLED, silicon organic light emitting diode, 720p, and there's a camera of 5 million pixels, and we can see right here. This is the press release. It's very recent.
Very recent, and the product will be available from October 2016 for sales.
So October is a few months from now. And who's the market for this kind of product?
Actually, the market opportunity is quite big. There are a lot of different areas and sectors that will use the product. Probably one of the main will be the drone market.
The drone?
Yeah, so because piloting a drone with the glasses is a perfect fit. Not only you can see your drone at any time because the glasses are see-through, but you can see the video feed projected right in your field of view at any time. So you can see both the drone and the additional data simultaneously.
So this is great for drone. It's great for, let's say, airplane manufacturers, because they need to see in augmented reality what they're fixing on the airplane or on the rocket or on the car. Like, there's lots of possibilities, right?
The extent of application is just extremely big and possibly limitless. And the market we're going to address primarily is really the museums, arts and culture, but as well healthcare, and anything related to education and training. Because as you mentioned, for example, aeronautics or automotive industry would like to train their new entrants or their engineer to maintain, to understand new materials, and they can do that at the same time they are receiving the information right in their field of view. It can be information, augmented reality with a fixed overlay of an object, overlaying the actual object. And the beauty of it is that they can actually do the work while they are seeing this information because their hands are totally free.
This is so awesome. The potential is amazing, right? With Android and with the camera on the side, you can actually kind of like recognize things maybe and displayed information only when the system recognizes something specific.
That's exactly that. So actually the camera is a 5 million pixel front-facing camera, and it understands the surrounding world. So it will render content based on what it sees. And therefore you can tackle a lot of application related to this recognition. And on top of that, we have included new features. So you have Bluetooth, you have Wi-Fi, 2.4 and 5 gigahertz, and you have the capability as well to tackle applications that are IoT linked thanks to Bluetooth Smart Ready feature.
So the IoT stuff, the wearables can be connected as remote controls also maybe?
Or as a display, actually, because you can display anything linked to this capability from any other kind of device. So it can be displaying information, for example, from an hospital or in a dentist cabinet. We have a lot of opportunities in the healthcare area as well that we have started prototyping with the BT-200, but that will be really with full capacity using the BT-300.
So this is a beautiful new design, right? It's lighter, thinner, more compact, a new display that's really amazing compared to previously, right?
Yeah, we have tried to just make everything we could to achieve the requirements from our customers. Between BT-100 and BT-200, we could reduce the weight by 60%. And here we have succeeded to reduce the weight again by 20%, which becomes more and more a challenge. But they could achieve that because our engineers now start to be very knowledgeable in projection technology and optical design.
So before it was LCD microdisplay projection, and now it's OLED?
Yeah, we have been working on our own technology. So it's a silicon-based organic light emitting diode display.
So it's an Epson OLED?
Epson OLED, yeah, developed in-house and proprietary technology.
And what does it provide? Better colors, better what's it called, brightness?
Yeah, so the fact that we are using silicon as a base wafer and not glass allows us, through the manufacturing process, to create very small display and more precise pixel compared to glass-based OLED. So that's why we could achieve such output in terms of resolution, in terms of quality and contrast, but as well reducing the size of the entire product.
And it doesn't have a light sensor, so it increases or lowers the brightness based on the surroundings?
Yeah, so the little point you see just below the camera is an ambient light sensor. So because we have increased the brightness as well by 20%, we are using this ambient light sensor to modify the brightness of the display depending on the ambient light, and therefore optimize the usage of the battery, which is still can last up to 6 hours, even with the new specifications.
How does it work, this system here? It goes into some kind of a shape that is perfect to reflect the light?
Yes, exactly. You have two lenses that will just receive the projection from both sides and unify so that you can see one single image being projected right in your field of view.
That's really cool. So I would like to see this as a mass production consumer device, but this is more like a professional device, right?
Actually, the business adoption has been very fast, and that have been the first one to require the product, to take it on board, develop application, and there are a lot of actual application already developed and already in the field, delivering value today. So the consumer market will grow as well, but it will be highly linked to the fact that applications are developed and that are really matters with glasses, and not only something you could achieve with a tablet or a smartphone. So fundamentally the drone is a very good example. Seeing at the same time and simultaneously your drone and the image, additional data being overlaid, and is just making sense. It's a perfect fit. It's not something you could achieve with your smartphone and tablet. And then this is already a consumer kind of big boom in terms of usage. And we think that the consumer market will grow that way, and exactly developing perfect application for smart glasses.
It would be great for conferences where you have specific applications where everybody at the conference has one, or so there could be all kinds of potential. People should just buy and develop their app. And the batteries and the remote, how long does it last?
So actually that's true. It's a very kind of common Android platform. It's going to run on Lollipop 5.1, and it's going to be a very standard basic Android platform. Therefore, anyone who wants to develop can just accept the product and make its own development. And the battery, as I mentioned, is lasting up to 6 hours. So there is a lot of potential to develop a lot of different applications for many different sectors.
Nice, awesome. So October, and the price is announced already, or?
It should be around €800.
That's cool.